What role do amygdala and prefrontal cortex play in PTSD nightmares? Imagine your brain as a busy control center where different parts work together to keep you safe and balanced. When it comes to PTSD nightmares, two key players are the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex. The amygdala is like the brain's alarm system. It's small but powerful, located deep inside the brain, and it's responsible for detecting threats and triggering fear responses. When someone experiences trauma, the amygdala often becomes more active than usual. This hyperactivity means it reacts strongly to potential dangers, even when there's no real threat present. This overreaction can cause the person to feel constantly on edge, hypervigilant, and easily startled. It also plays a big role in forming emotional memories, especially those linked to fear. In PTSD, this heightened activity of the amygdala is closely connected to the vivid, distressing nightmares that often replay traumatic events or evoke intense fear. These nightmares are not just bad dreams. They are a reflection of the brain's attempt to process and store fear-related memories, which become more persistent and intrusive because of the amygdala's overactivity. On the other hand, the prefrontal cortex acts as the brain's regulator. Specifically, the medial prefrontal cortex, including the ventromedial prefrontal cortex, helps us evaluate whether a threat is real, calm down after a scare, and put frightening memories into context. In a healthy brain, the prefrontal cortex can send signals to the amygdala to calm it down when danger is no longer present. This regulation helps us feel safe and move on from frightening experiences. But in PTSD, the activity of the prefrontal cortex is often reduced. This means it's less effective at controlling the amygdala's fear signals. The imbalance between an overactive amygdala and an underactive prefrontal cortex makes it harder to regulate emotions and fear responses. As a result, individuals may experience persistent fear, intrusive memories, and nightmares that feel real and overwhelming. During sleep, especially in the REM or rapid eye movement stage, the brain processes emotional memories. Normally, the interaction between the amygdala and prefrontal cortex during this phase helps diminish the emotional charge of fear memories, making them less distressing over time. But in PTSD, this process is disrupted. The hyperactive amygdala keeps fear memories intense and easily triggered, while the prefrontal cortex fails to properly regulate or extinguish these memories. This imbalance leads to more frequent, vivid, and distressing nightmares. These nightmares often replay traumatic events or evoke strong feelings of fear, making sleep restless and fragmented. The hippocampus, another important brain region involved in memory, also plays a role. It helps distinguish between past and present and provides context for memories. In PTSD, changes in the hippocampus can make it difficult to tell whether a memory is from the past or a current threat. This confusion can make it feel like the trauma is happening again, which intensifies nightmares and feelings of reliving the event. Sleep disturbances such as insomnia and frequent awakenings are common in PTSD and are not just side effects. They are part of the disorder's biology. Poor sleep can worsen other symptoms, creating a cycle where fear, memory, and sleep problems reinforce each other. Understanding these brain mechanisms helps explain why treatments like trauma-focused therapy and certain medications aim to restore balance. Therapy can help strengthen the prefrontal cortex's ability to regulate fear, while medications may reduce amygdala hyperactivity. Improving sleep quality is also crucial, as better sleep supports emotional processing and can reduce nightmare frequency. Always remember, if you or someone you know is experiencing PTSD symptoms, seeking help from a healthcare professional is essential. They can provide personalized treatment options based on individual needs. In summary, the hyperactive amygdala drives the intense fear and vivid nightmares seen in PTSD, while the underactive prefrontal cortex hampers the brain's ability to control these fears. This imbalance, along with changes in the hippocampus, underlies the persistent and distressing nightmares that are a core part of PTSD. Addressing these brain changes through therapy, medication, and sleep management can help reduce nightmares and improve overall well-being.